Hey there, Corey here with the Spiritual Archaeologist channel, and today we're digging up the treasures of learning to listen to those that have crossed over. I did the video before on this, but I wanted to do a quick video today about giving you some details about how to listen to those that have crossed. So let's get started. A lot of times this has happened to me quite a few times. When a person crosses over, they really want those that they love to feel a sense of comfort and peace. And if you have lost someone recently or in the past, you may remember having just this feeling of light and peace wash over you. That is them telling you that they love you. So that's a big one. I love that one. That's one of my favorites. And then, of course, you've got songs, favorite songs you listen to together, or lyrics that describe that person's personality, or maybe something you did together. This is how they communicate. They no longer have vocal cords, so they need to get creative. And so songs are a very big way. Movies could be a movie that you watch together with that person. You get the idea. Billboards, books, other people. Other people's a big one. This is kind of funny. My mom, she used to always say when I was growing up, and it was like the phrase I remember the most out of her, "I just want some peace and quiet." That's how she was. That's what she always said. And I asked my granddaughter has a little half-sister. And when I get my granddaughter, I don't get her sister because it just hasn't been the appropriate thing to do for either. It just hasn't happened. So I asked her when she was littler, "Hey, do you want me to get your sister when I get you?" And she said, "Oh no, Grandma, I just want some peace and quiet." And I thought that was so funny. So it totally reminded me of my mom, and I'm sure that my mother watches over my granddaughter every moment of every day. So I look at it as her saying, "I still want my peace and quiet." Oh, that's funny to me. Dreams. Dreams are a huge one. My mom always visits me in my dreams, and through other people on occasion, but mostly in my dreams is when I get to see her. Cloud formations. There was one time, it's a little off topic, but when I was 18 or 19, and I felt really trapped and hopeless. I had a baby, and I was really struggling in life, and things were not going my way at all. And I went to the park to get stoned one day, to go smoke a joint. I drove over to the park, and I had just happened to look up in the sky, and there literally was a cloud formation that took up the whole north side of the sky. And it was around sunset time, so it was all the colors of the sunset. It was a man's face smiling at me with a beard and long hair, and most people would say Jesus. I don't know, I have no evidence of that, but it felt like a total God moment to me, and it felt like I was being very looked out for. So that's a little off topic, but cloud formations, our people get very creative on how to tap us on the shoulder and let us know that they love us and they're looking out for us. Telepathy, that's another huge way that all the people I have interacted with that have passed have communicated with me telepathically. And again, I think it's because they don't have vocal cords. So, they'll think thoughts and I'll hear the thoughts as though they're saying them, which is funny. There are times where if I get myself in a crowd of people, it's almost like I can hear people thinking like they're talking, but if there's a lot of people, it's not clear because it's all these voices overlapping each other, and it's awful. I can't stand it when that happens. It's very rare. It used to happen a lot more to me when I was younger. But now when people visit me from the other side, they definitely communicate with me telepathically. So you might want to be watching for that. And, you know, to say something else about that too, when somebody is visiting you after they've passed, you're gonna have the vibe of their energy, their personality. If you're having a vibe that is not familiar to you and is not a regular vibe of your own, like it's not your regular energy, then usually that's somebody saying hello to you. I did have a gal a few years ago who she suffered from a lot of manic depression, and she was bipolar, and her depression was deep and dark. And when she passed, I fell into this dark, deep depression for a couple days, and I couldn't shake it, and I was like, where is this coming from? And I realized through experience, because I have so much experience, I realized, you know, this is not me. This is not how I feel normally. And as soon as I recognized that and realized it within myself, it lifted. It lifted, and I told her that I blessed her. And, you know, we fought a lot when she was alive, this gal and I. And I think that she really struggled when she passed, because I didn't go see her when she passed. She really hurt me and made me feel threatened in life when she was alive, and she picked a lot of fights with me, and I didn't want her to be on her deathbed upset with me, so I didn't go. And I didn't want to be upset. I wanted to protect myself just as much as I wanted to protect her, truth be told. So you know, I took that opportunity from her, and then she went ahead and took the opportunity to come to me and say goodbye. And people come with who they are. They come with their essence. Now, is that to say that she didn't get free of the depression? You know, I don't know. All I know is what I've experienced through those who have visited me. I would like to think that we become free, but from what I've been told, it's another part of the evolution of a person. It's another part of the journey, not even evolution. I think hierarchy only happens here. I don't know that we progress and move up when we change lifetimes. I think it's different. I don't necessarily think that it's about better. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I do not know if we're healed from everything. I know we're free of an awful lot of stuff. I did read in a book, though, that if you die addicted to something, that the addiction is still in the psyche. And I'm really glad that I quit drinking, and I'm really glad that I quit smoking, because those were the two things that I was totally hooked on, and I don't have to worry about going through that. I worry about stuff like this. I know it's a little bizarre, but I don't care. It's who I am. Let's move on. Okay, emotions that don't feel like yours. I was just talking about that. And then we've got your basic stuff, colors. You know, somebody will be telling you, oh, blue, I love anything blue. They wear blue all the time, and then they pass and all you see is blue everywhere. That's that person telling you hello and I love you and I'm looking out for you and I'm with you. Okay, and then sounds. You know, sounds, whatever the sounds may be that connect you to that person or that being. Could be a dog, could be a cat, could be whatever kind of connection you have. Smells, same thing. And tastes, same thing. So something that you shared together, that is a giant indication. Like, somebody will use their personality and they'll use details of your relationship to communicate with you after they pass. My mom said, this is so funny, because I was not raised with reincarnation. I was not raised with past life, next life. We never in my household had conversations like that ever. And before my mom passed, it was I don't know how long it was. It was, you know, close to the time that she passed. It wasn't years or anything. But she said, you know, in my next life, I just want to be a bumblebee. I just want to float around to flower after flower after flower and get my fill of nectar and be gone and have an easy, simple, warm summer life. I was like, all right, Mom, cool. Well, when she passed away, I had a ton of experiences with bees coming up to me. And another person in my family that experienced that is my father. He experienced that too. I'm not sure about the other members of my family, if they experienced that or not. But I'm not afraid of bees. And my sister does not like bees, so we've never talked about it. But they came around me, and they continue to come around me in the summertime. And every time I have a bee come anywhere near me, I always equate it to my mom saying hi. So it's funny, but there was such an abundance of that activity right after she passed. So that was really a huge indicator to me that she was telling me she loves me. So another thing, this is so funny. I said in a previous video, you know, if you're timid in life, you're timid when you leave. And if you're bold in life, you're bold when you leave. And I have found that to be true with all the people. I did a bunch of past life regressions on people, and they carried their same core personality throughout all of their past life regressions up to this lifetime and through this lifetime. And people really do carry their personality with them, and you'll know it. That's how I can tell the difference a lot between myself and someone who's trying to communicate with me. And now my mom has visited me for years and years and years. But most of my experiences with friends, not so much acquaintances, but friends that pass, people that I cared about that cared about me, they, you know, I have an interaction with them, and it can be off and on for, I don't know, up to like 3 months, give or take, right? And then it fades away. Sometimes I'll help them. They'll ask me for help, and I'll do what they ask, and then they fade away right away. But I think that it seems to me that maybe they stick really close with the ones they're really, really tight with, and they just kind of go on their way after a certain amount of time. And I also realize, you know, my 3 months could be 100 years to them. I don't know, because time is here. Time is in this dimension. So, you know, I mean, this is the stuff that I spend my time living and thinking about. And, you know, those are the details that I wanted to share with you, because we all, anybody who's been here for any amount of time, we lose people we love. We lose our sweet, wonderful pet family, furry family members, scaly family members, whatever the case may be. And I think it's important to be able to invite them to say, hey, I'm missing you, please come visit me. And it's so important to me to recognize when they're visiting me. That depression situation I talked about a few minutes ago, you know, that was really scary at first, because it was such a foreign feeling to me, and it was so dark. And I got a glimpse of how hard it was for this woman. And I feel bad, because I had no idea. I just didn't realize that that was the norm for her. I've had depression, haven't we all? But I've always come out of it. And this is how a lot of her life was. So, and you know, she fought with me, and I took it personally, and I didn't let her in. And, you know, I don't know how sorry I am for that, because we all have a right to protect ourselves. But having the insight as to how hard it really was on her was very eye-opening for me, and I'm grateful for the experience. All the times I've been visited by those who have passed, it's always been healing. You know, it's the shows and it's Hollywood and it's our culture that make it a negative thing. And to me, I cannot imagine life without it. You know, they're there for our highest good. They really are. So I hope you enjoyed this dig. I love this dig. It was supposed to be a quick video, and good Lord, it's not. But that's okay, right? Anyway, you know, sit down and get quiet and invite those that you miss and that you love to come visit you. And sometimes you'll hear it and sometimes you won't. But like I said in the other video, the main thing is just being open to it. So please, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up down below and subscribe to my channel. And I'd love to see you on future digs. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.